Hi guys, it's Frankie from Frankie Tech. Good to see you guys again, and I'm here with another video that I honestly am excited to just bring a phone back to you guys and share my thoughts again with this Mate 20X and answering this question, why? Why is the Mate 20X the best big premium phone of 2019 still? Why is this phone that was released almost exactly a year ago still the best recommendation I can make when you want a premium big phone? Now, if you remember a couple weeks back, I did a similar type of video on the Mi Max 3. And in my opinion, that Mi Max 3 is still the best budget phone of 2019, even after a year of use. But when we're talking about premium handsets, this Mate 20X just ticks all the boxes. And it is really just a shame that Android OEMs are moving away from this type of large screen format phone. Now, how is this phone held up? I will make one admission to you guys. This is not the same unit that I originally had. And if you remember, I did purchase a Mate 20X again maybe 4 or 5 months ago and did a video of why I bought this phone back. Now, that was a China version of the phone, and it was also in a different color. And this color, which is this gorgeous kind of ribbed blue back version, was the original version of the phone that I had. Now, times got tough a couple months back, and I had to get rid of that Mate 20X for financial purposes. But the other day, I found a unit in really good condition. Now, this is the 6GB, 128 gigs of storage version, but most importantly, this was the Hong Kong version of the phone, which meant it still has support for warranty and for a lot of other factors in Hong Kong, including full Google App support and the works. So I was really excited to pick this up. And so guess how much did I pay for this used Mate 20X? I paid 2,800 Hong Kong dollars. That is just over 350 USD. Now, obviously, there was no box or anything like that, but the phone is in really good shape. And I checked the screen, everything checks out. It looks solid. And so for 350 bucks, man, there is so much phone to be had here. And so what are the reasons why this phone is just such an incredible phone, even a year after its release? Well, it's the only phone that I own, and that's true because the Mi Max 3 is just a hair below, that surpasses the 7-inch display size. At 7.2 inches, full HD display, AMOLED panel, this is one of the nicest and just most impressive displays you will use for watching content on any phone. And that goes even for the phones coming out this year. This Mate 20X is just a content consumption king. And at 7.2 inches, it's not that much smaller than the display on the Galaxy Fold. Just think about that. That's how big this display is. And it's bright, it's beautiful. The colors just pop off the screen when you watch content. So you see here another major factor why I wanted this version of the phone. L1 security level, which means I have an HD Netflix capable phone, and content viewing on this Mate 20X is just spectacular. And you see it there watching a Frankie Tech video even a year later. Yes, have the teardrop notches gotten smaller in subsequent generations of phones? For sure they have. But this phone had tiny bezels even when it was released. And it's got a flat panel display, which I appreciate. I don't really mind curved edge displays, but some curved edge displays recently, like the Mate 30 Pro and the Vivo NEX3 5G, are just over the top. Those waterfall edges are just too much. When you're watching content, this is the best way to watch it, on a flat panel display. That's a hill I'm gonna die on here. And this phone for me represented, and I still think it represents, one of the best viewing experiences on any phone in 2019. Which is crazy to say that because this phone was released a year ago. The other thing that is held up greatly in this phone is the processor. And with this Kirin 980, remember, this came out right when the Mate 20 Pro came out, and it was the first phone release with the Kirin 980. That processor, I would say, is still powerful enough and still relevant to kind of daily use, to good daily use today. The Kirin 990 has just been released in the Mate 30 Pro, And we are basically running the same processor in this phone as the one on the P30 Pro. Now, I don't hear anyone complaining that the P30 Pro is a slow phone, or almost any other phone that's been released this year. All of those phones have been using that Kirin 980 only until the Mate 30 Pro. So in terms of processor speed, you are pretty much in line with some of the best phone releases of the year in this Mate 20X. Incredible. But even more incredible than that were the just amazing sounding dual speakers on this phone. Dolby Atmos capable stereo speakers. And let me play you a new song that I just made called Deep Sea Dreams from Frankie Tech Music on my new iMac 5K. And just have a listen to this. Hey, hope you enjoyed that new track, guys. It's been fun making music again on the iMac 5K. But the point I'm trying to make here is that the audio quality on this Mate 20X was just incredible, and whether you like them or hate them, DxOMark came out with their first audio rankings testing out the various phones of this year, and the Mate 20X came in first with one of the highest rated audio scores of any phone. And so that just kind of proved to me my original feelings that this phone had incredible speakers, and you can kind of see them here. There are actual dual firing speakers on both sides of this phone. The size of this phone allows for an even larger dispersion of sound, and it just fills a room. It is one of the few phones that I own that literally fills a room with sound. And last but not least, we had the cameras on this phone, which I think have actually aged pretty well. Now, they are the same cameras, if you remember, that you saw on the back of the Mate 20 Pro. And it was that triple camera setup. Now, it doesn't have the periscope zoom of the P30 Pro, but still with a 3 or 5x zoom and with a wide angle, you can get some pretty decent shots with this phone. Go and check out the number of Mate 20X videos that I did and camera comparisons, because you'll see this camera, it still does a solid job today as it did 1 year ago. And when people ask me, Frankie Tech, what phone should I get? I want the biggest phone that I can own. Oh my gosh, I even forgot to mention battery life. Battery life on this phone was incredible. With a 5,000 milliampere capacity battery, it is only now being surpassed by phones like this Mi Note 10 that just came out with a larger capacity. 5,000 milliamperes was huge for the time, and it's still a giant capacity. In my testing, this was the battery king of all battery kings back in the day, and so that is a non-issue. So when you look at the design, the display, the awesome audio, great battery life, and stellar cameras, 1 year later, this is still the best premium big phone of 2019. And alongside the Mi Max 3, I consider both of these phones just incredible pieces of tech, and they really do still hold up in terms of just overall experience, whether you want a budget option or you want the premium option. If you're looking for a 7-inch plus display with awesome battery life and just a great canvas, a great content consumption device, look no further than the Mate 20X. And if your budget does require a more budget option, the Mi Max 3. But that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and it's been great bringing the Mate 20X back to the channel. I love this phone, and I promise to keep this unit for the longest period of time. It was such a sweet deal I got on this Mate 20X. So glad to have it again. That's it for this video. If you liked it, give me that thumbs up. And if you love the content of Frankie Tech, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon for future updates. So let me know, guys, would you want to see any videos with this Mate 20X? Would you want to see it next to, let's say, the Realme X2 Pro? I mean, maybe you guys don't even want to see Pixel 4 XL videos. Maybe you just want to see the real showdown right here. Now that's a big showdown if I say so myself. Hit me up in the comments, because I'll be happy to entertain how I can continue to use this Mate 20X. And now on the eve of its 1 year birthday, happy birthday Mate 20X. still one of the best phones to be released and one of the best phones I've ever tested on the channel. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and this is where I leave you by saying, this is Frankie Tech signing off. Have a good one.